Well, welcome back to the channel, my fellow drifting fanatics. Rich here. The other week I filmed a video showing the cheapest Arrma versus the cheapest Traxxas. The cheapest Traxxas, the Traxxas Bandit at $149 versus the Arrma Granite Voltage at $99. I fitted a $38 brushless motor combo from Banggood in this thing, which gave it a top end of 45 miles an hour, which is about the best bang for the buck, I think, on any conversion I've ever done. Recognising due to COVID at the minute, we've not all got the greatest of money to invest in our RC cars. I thought it would be very rude to try that combo in this car and not try it in this one. So in this video, we're going to be seeing me swap that combo into this car. However, whilst this is $50 cheaper to start with, it's got a combined ESC and receiver. The Traxxas one doesn't, which is the new 3300 kV motor, and ESC drops straight into that without the need to change the radio gear. In the Arrma one here, we're going to need to say goodbye to this radio, and we're going to fit my favourite radio to this car. Dumbo RC, 6-channel transmitter and receiver with built-in gyro and 500 meter range. These receivers, spares of them, $9.99 a piece, which is why I love them so much, particularly for speedrun people. They're absolutely outstanding. As an example, I use them on all of my WL Toys speedrun cars. The only slight downside to this conversion is you are going to need to purchase this radio. With the Traxxas upgrade, that brushless setup drops straight in there. No need to upgrade the radio system at all. With the Granite, you are going to need to upgrade the radio due to it having combined ESC and receiver. But yours for around about $35 from Banggood. But anyway, I am assured that this Granite is brushless capable. So let's get to work, fit the radio, take it out for a test, do a full-on speed run and see just what speed increase we get with this radio and see how well it handles that brushless power, as the Traxxas Bandit handled it without any problem whatsoever. Will the Arrma Granite Voltage handle it? Have your say in the comment section right now. Anyway, boy, stop talking, get to work. Okay, well, I've stripped out the $38 brushless combo from the Traxxas Bandit, putting the original 12-turn Titan motor and ESC setup in there. Now to fit this to the Arrma Granite Voltage. However, this is a combined ESC and receiver. Well, it's a simple plug-and-play job to fit this to the Traxxas car because it goes straight into the existing receiver. You're going to need a new receiver for doing this conversion on this car. But wait! Something else that I didn't notice to start with is this is a 5-wire servo. So you're going to have to replace the servo as well on the Arrma. So while it's $50 cheaper to start with, when you're converting it to brushless, you've got to get a new receiver and a new servo. So that is jumping the cost up towards the base price of the Bandit straight away. Just thought I'd point that out. Got my new electrics in terms of the ESC and the receiver. That squeezes in there quite nicely. On a switch on this side. Now, one of those Richie whoa moments. You can undo one of the motor screws from here and you're wondering how the heck this comes off. And you literally just prise that gear out of there. Slides out. But here's the whoa moment. Because this has got the 16-tooth pinion in here. But you can fit a 19-tooth and a 25-tooth on there. It doesn't mention that seemingly anywhere in the instructions or on the box. So this thing is going to be able to go quite a bit faster. Now I am debating, do I keep the same 16-tooth pinion? Do I fit a 19-tooth or a 25-tooth with that brushless setup? We shall see as the afternoon goes on. Okay, all my new electrics are in. I've tested it on the bench. Time to go test it outside. We're going to speed test it on 2S, then on 3S. I've actually stuck with this stock 16-tooth pinion as I don't have a 19-tooth or 25-tooth pinion in my supply. And while I replaced this 5-wire servo, I actually replaced it with an Arrma 3-wire servo, which I had spare, which helps keep the cost down. Just going to feed the power in to start with, as I have a feeling this could be a little bit of a handful, and I'm not keen to go and give it full throttle off the line straight away, bust the transmission, etc, etc. Okay, so I'm out with the Arrma Granite Voltage, new brushless conversion. First of all, we're going on 2S, then on 3S, power hobby, speed meter on board. So, see how we get on. Let's check how it's running. And that's going to peak out. I'll tell you now, that thing is not flying on 2S. Definitely not. A lot more punchy on a tiny 2S pack. that's peaked out for sure. So I'll move straight to 3S. 23 miles an hour. I kind of about was expecting somewhere in that region on there, but bear in mind this has still got a 16 tooth pinion on. 25 tooth pinion on would be a definite game changer. 25 tooth pinion on, that's going to be well over 30 miles an hour even with this spec. Anyway, time to run 3S. Now I've got a Genesis 3S pack on here. That previous one I was using, it's just this tiny little 2200 milliamp pack, but does the job nonetheless. Anyway, let's see how quick we are on 3S. Okay, so 3S on board. See how we get on. Oh, a bit more urgency in there. Feed that power in. Well, it's a bit of a handful to drive, I have to say. See how we get on coming up the hill. And that's peaked out for sure. It's quite a handful under braking for sure. Once it's going, so what are we thinking? That might have been 40, but let's have a look and see. I suspect maybe not. Let's stop that. Read that, 36 miles an hour. So onwards and upwards. I am thinking with the 25 tooth pinion on board, this is going to be faster than the Arrma Bandit is with the same power plant, possibly by quite some way. I think we could get over 50 with that, some or a 25 tooth pinion, and get to work on that later this week. Might even do the 19 tooth along the way. Well, what can I say? 36 miles an hour, it has potential to go quite a lot faster, because that just had a 16 tooth stock pinion on board. I am thinking if we put the 25 tooth on there, I'm genuinely believing, I think that thing's going to get into high 40s, possibly 50 miles an hour, maybe a smidgen more on there. The one thing I would say, don't hide anything away from you on this channel, it's a handful to drive under braking. I played around a little bit off camera, dialed the steering in a bit better, but under braking, even when applying the brakes mildly, it is quite skittish under braking. I actually think a larger battery might help. Not for more power, for more weight. The thing is almost too lightweight and he's jumping around a bit under braking, almost wants to end over end on there. So I think maybe a little bit bigger battery, just well the weight, and to get a bit more grip on those back tyres, which can light up fairly easily with that 3S power, although it might not be an issue when I fit the 25 tooth pinion, which I have already got on order. I've got just about every pinion known to man. Couldn't find a 25 tooth one today for love nor money. But anyway, as cheap budget conversions go, I'm quite pleased with the way this is getting on. A little bit of a downside Arrma that this has got a 5-wire servo and not a 3-wire one, meaning it's a little bit more expensive to upgrade to brushless spec than the Brushless Bandit was. Anyway, I'll put a link to all the stuff you've seen in this video in the description below. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.